In the ancient world, some colors were expensive. Purple dye, especially Tyrian purple, came from sea snails and became associated with wealth, status, and royalty. Egyptian blue, one of the earliest known synthetic pigments, had to be manufactured from minerals and heat. A color wasn't just a color, it was labor, chemistry, status, and sometimes thousands of tiny dead mollusks. Today, someone can ask you what's your favorite color, and you can answer it in half a second. But for thousands of years, the colors people loved were shaped by what they could find, make, dye, paint, grind, and pay for. But why do we have a favorite color? At first, it feels like one of the simplest preferences a person can have. Someone likes blue, someone else likes green, someone else likes red. But color is not actually out there in the world in the way we experience it. Color is what happens when light hits something, reflects certain wavelengths into our eyes, and our brain turns that information into an experience. But when you say your favorite color is blue, you're not just saying that you like a wavelength. You're saying you like the way your brain experiences that wavelength, and also maybe the things your memory has attached to it. The sky, water, a childhood bedroom, a place, a person. A color can become a shortcut to an entire personal archive. That may be why favorite colors feel more personal than they should. A color has no story on its own, but we give it one. Red can be danger, love, anger, lipstick, apples, flags. The color itself didn't change, but the associations did. Researchers Stephen Palmer and Karen Schloss proposed something called the ecological valence theory of color preference. The basic idea is that people tend to like colors that are associated with things they like and dislike colors that are associated with things they dislike. Blue may be liked partly because it's connected to things like clear sky and clean water. Browns and yellow-greens may be less liked in some contexts because they can be associated with decay, waste, or illness. Not always, not everywhere, but enough to suggest that color preference isn't random. This makes a favorite color less like a fact about the color and more like a record of everything that color has meant to you. And those meanings can change. A child might love bright pink because it feels playful, magical, or simply because every object marketed to them seems determined to make that decision for them. An adult might avoid that same pink because it feels childish, or love it even more because it reminds them of childhood. A color can change with you. It can become embarrassing, comforting, fashionable, nostalgic. This is why color preference is hard to separate from culture. In many Western cultures, white is associated with weddings, cleanliness, or minimalism. In other contexts, white can be connected to mourning. Red can signal danger in one place and luck or celebration in another. Purple, like mentioned earlier, was once tied to status because it was rare and expensive. Today, purple can be mystical, playful, childish, elegant, or just the color of grape-flavored things that taste nothing like grapes. Color is visual, but it's also historical. Even the words we use for colors have history. In 1969, researchers Brent Berlin and Paul Kay argued that languages tend to develop basic color terms in certain patterns. Many languages distinguish light and dark early, then often red appears as another basic term, with other colors entering later depending on the language. This idea has been debated and refined, but the basic point is fascinating. Not every culture divides color in the same way. That means favorite color depends partly on what colors your language has taught you to notice. If your language has many words for the shade of blue, you may separate them more easily. Naming a color gives it sharper edges in the mind. Speaking of blue, it often does extremely well in color preference studies. Across many surveys and cultures, blue tends to rank highly. About 55% of men and 35% of women chose blue as their favorite color. Blue does have a lot going for it. Blue can feel safe without being boring, and things humans often experience as stable, spacious, clean, and calming. It is less often associated with immediate danger in nature than red, black, or certain sickly greens. But favorite colors are also about identity. People use colors to signal who they are. A favorite color can become part of an aesthetic, a personal style, decor, a palette, a mood. It becomes a small, socially acceptable way to say, "This feels like me," without having to explain your entire personality. Your favorite color may not be one color at all. It could be a situation, a texture, a shade. The blue of twilight, not a blue crayon. The green of moss, not a traffic light. The red of old brick, not a stop sign. So maybe what's your favorite color is secretly asking, what kind of world do you like to be in? Maybe because the brain doesn't experience color as data, it experiences color as meaning, and meaning collects. Over time, a color starts to feel less like something you see and more like somewhere you have been, something you feel. Liked what your weird brain just learned? Hit subscribe. If not, that's okay. I bet your favorite color is beige.